guys, Kev here, and I have a knife sale video for you. So my buddy Joe, you guys may know Joe by now. He's the buddy that sharpens my knives occasionally. He's the buddy I've done a knife sale with. He's the buddy that I meet up with lunch for a lot, and I went to the local knife show with Joe, and we're just good buddies. We're going to Blade Show together. And we're driving down together, and he had some more knives he wanted to sell. And I like doing these videos because it gives you guys a chance to get cool knives. It gives him a chance to sell knives at a good price, and it gives me content. So it's kind of like a win-win-win, right? So I'm going to pull these knives out one at a time, and I'll show them to you, and then we can talk about it. His info will be in the description, okay? So go in the description. His email and his Instagram are down there. Please message him if you want one of these. I am not the one selling them, so I don't want to. Yeah, I will happily connect you to him, but that information is in the description, so you can reach out to him. But if you want to hit me up and ask questions about the knife, that's fine. But I'm going to film this and get these back to him before I ever post it, so that way he can sell and ship these immediately. Hope that makes sense. And I really dig these knives. I actually had one of these myself. This is the EMPEDC Thick Boy. These are made by Bestech. This is number 249 on the first run. And this is an S35BN. It has black micarta and a stonewash blade. Honestly, if I were to get another one of these, which I'm kind of tempted to, I would get this one. And I kind of want to just buy it off him, but right now is not the best time for that, so I may probably just let you guys have it. But anyway, these were $325 new, I believe, and Joe is selling this at $295, which I think is a great price for this. The detent, man, Bestech really nailed the detent on these. I remember when I had the prototype, it was one of the things I told him, like, dude, you got to have them strengthen it, and he did, and nailed it. It's very ergonomic in hand, very comfortable with this choil up here. You do have a short amount of blade, but it is very usable blade. It is a tall blade, so you get a actually pretty thin grind by the time you get down there. It is a flat grind, really cool. There's the EMPEDC logo right there. Other than that, the knife is pretty much sterile. I think the blade marking's on the back. Oh, no, the numbering, 249. So I don't know where the steel marking is. I guess it's on the box. And you can see the action. It's absolutely drop shut, guillotine shut, and there is no play at all. So, oh, almost took my finger off there. Black micarta, dead centered, stonewash blade. That's the thing, guys. That's the one I would want if I got another one, because my satin one was an absolute fingerprint magnet. And I'm learning that I kind of prefer a stonewash at this point, which is funny because I've always been a belt satin whore, right? And I still love the look of it. But you know what? For just for sanity's sake, I think stonewash is better. So $295 for that guy. And of course, he's open to offers if you want. If you want to try to trade, you can. Just make sure you message him and talk to him about whatever you want, and you can go from there. The second one here is an Olamic. So this is the Olamic Whippersnapper. This is the, what do they call this guy? The Sheep's Cliff, I think. The Sheep's Cliff blade. It does have a flat grind. Nice grind lines there. Has a nice mirror edge from Joe, I believe. Really good action on this one. I think this is probably the one with the best action I've handled. Almost drop shutty. No play at all. Yet it still has a pretty solid detent. I mean, you can see on the flick there, like I'll try to, yeah, I can fail it if I want, but I mean, really any flick and she flies out. And then you have this top flipper. Boom. If you're left-handed, honestly, it does work really well. I've had a Whippersnapper. I did sell it because the flick wasn't great, but you can just rest your finger on the pivot, and it actually works really well. I think when I had it, I was trying to do this all the time, and that doesn't work great. If you just kind of climb up here near the lock bar and put your finger down, you can just flick it out like that. Very comfortable choil here. Really good ergonomics. I do prefer the other blade shape, but a lot of people prefer this one, so I do think this is cool. do have some markings on the blade, so let's see what those say. CPM 20CV, that's cool. And there's a code, WS488/W. And that must mean Warncliffe W, Olamic Cutlery. I believe they're out of California. And then I think they get some things or parts made in Italy, but they assemble and everything in California. So I'd say they're an American-made, American company there. Really good knife. I really love the Whippersnapper. It is my favorite Olamic knife. I know a lot of people covet these. Now, the key with these is there's so many different varieties of them that they can be a little hard to sell in the secondary, right? But this one has a pretty simple design. I mean, you have like a bead blasted handle, clip, all that good stuff. And then you have this sort of inlay. I don't know what it is. Let's see if we can find out. Usually there's a card. So there's the card, Whippersnapper, and there's a serial number and the date. Oh, it's a pretty new one. So from last year. Does not say the... Oh, never mind. Warncliffe Flat Grind 20 CV Satin Blade. Titanium Light Blast Jigged Bone Inlay. There you go. Jigged Bone Inlay. Titanium. They have a gun coat or whatever that is. Torx T8 pivot, T6 small. That must be the body screws. So there you go. Has the COA in there. And this is a pretty cool piece. And these are, I don't know what they go for new. I think they're around like $550, something like that. I could be crazy. But my buddy Joe is looking for $395 on this guy and is open to offers and trades and stuff. So you can definitely, hit him up and see. But $395 I think is a great price. I had a Whippersnapper and that is less than what I paid for it. So there we go. Actually, I got mine in a trade. Never mind. But that's a good deal. All right. So last but absolutely not least, we have the Brian Brown Raptor. So this is another knife a lot of people are trying to get. And here's your certificate of authenticity, the V1 Raptor. This one's an M390, tumbled titanium with holes and bronze anno accents. You have all the stuff in here, the stickers, and the knife, of course. So here it is. This is the one that I had originally, if you guys remember. And has the belt set and has the holes. And the thing I didn't like about it is the speed holes. As a lefty, my pinky just kind of went in there. And I almost lost the pinky at one point. So I just don't like this version all that much. I love the knife. I had one for a while. I just sold it because of the clip point. But it's a great knife. You can reverse flick it lefty. I think it's nice and thin, but the ergos work really well in this grip. You have a little bit of a poon spoon right here. You have a very nice belt satin. Oh yeah, really sharp edge. The action, look at that. Really nice. I can tell you from experience, putting some skiffs or Gillians in here will make it mostly drop shut. You can reverse flick it right-handed, and you can thumb flick it right-handed. Now, it is a little thin, so obviously, you guys with the sausagey fingers just, make your decisions wisely. But anyway, Joe would like $395 for this guy as well. There you go, dead centered. And I think that's a pretty good deal. I know when I got mine, right after the drop, I paid $400, and I saw them going for like $500, $600, $700 at one point. Obviously, that's inflated when, the stock was really low. So I don't know what the market is right now, and Joe's open to offers, but I think $395 is a great price for this. I think it was around $370 new, something like that. So for something hard to get, $395 seems fair. And there you go. So that's the last one. That is the Brian Brown Knives Raptor, the Olamic Cutlery Whippersnapper, and the EMPEDC Thick Boy. So you have two of these guys coming in at $395, and then you have this guy coming in at $295. Very fair prices, I think. And you got a lot of titanium, and you got some 20CV, some M390, and some S35. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit up Joe. Again, everything's in the description. I will mark these as sold in the description as we go. So if you see this video and you want one, check the description to get his email address and his Instagram. And then check and see if it says sold next to it. If it does, well, it's sold. But if it's not, hey, you can reach out and maybe get one. So really cool items. Appreciate Joe for letting me check these out, and happy to help a brother out. So I'm going to get these back to him, post the video, and then he can ship them immediately once you buy it. So there you go. I love you guys. Thanks for checking out the knife sale. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.